Hi, I'm Gene from TrueToEarth TV, and we're down here on the floor checking out a refrigerator. And what we're going to talk about is increasing the efficiency of your refrigerator to its maximum potential. What happens is the intake for these is on the floor, and any dust, dog hair, cat hair, or whatever, is going to get in. What they've done over the years to get refrigerators to sit against the wall is change the airflow pattern. So now you have an air intake and an air exhaust in the front on the bottom as opposed to out the back. That gives them the ability to push that thing against the wall and give you more square footage inside, but now you've got a problem where you're picking up dirt. And what happens is there's a coil down here that is very important to remove the heat from inside the refrigerator. And when that gets covered in dust, you start to lose efficiency that you don't realize. You won't even notice that your electric bill is creeping up. Eventually you will, but not at first. So what you need to do is pop this front grill off, which they just unsnap. Get it out of the way. You can wash that up later, and then look up inside. Come here. Now you see that coil all the way in the back. That's your condenser, and it's covered in dust. Now I can kind of clean it from here with an extension, but with this model it's really not going to come out very well. So what I'm going to do is pull the refrigerator. So what you need to do is kill the power to the refrigerator. Find the breaker and kill it and unplug it. And then very carefully slide this straight out and watch the water line and back as you go, because you don't want to damage it. Due to the position of the center island here, I can only get this refrigerator out this far from the wall. I was able to get in between the cabinets to get back here. Now what you're going to find is a cardboard sort of plate back here. A lot of people damage this, and if this is damaged, if this is broken in any way, you need a new one, because this is very important for the airflow, for the air coming in and going back out of your condenser. If it's broken, the air's just going to bobble around back here and it's not going to work right. And it could be why, if you're having problems with your refrigerator, here's your culprit. Now, one quick note. Whether you have a copper or water line, what you want to do is find a little plastic clamp. They have them at the hardware stores. And you want to come up from where it goes into the valve and make a little loop and clamp it to the refrigerator and leave enough so that you've got like a little loop behind the refrigerator. This gives you kind of an accordion effect. Plus the valve fitting is not dependent to hold the line, because what happens when you slide the refrigerator in and out, you're gonna break this fitting, or at least stress it, and you're gonna have a water leak. So what you want to do is leave this like this. This way, this is where the tension is, not on the valve connection, and you can move this back and forth without having to worry about the water line. So what we're going to do is very carefully remove this cardboard plate, and then we'll clean. Okay, we got the back plate off, and like I say, you want to take this nice and slow. Usually it's got a little box that it fits around the water inlet, and you don't want to force that or tear it. You want this to remain whole, so what you did is just carefully pick it up and slide it over that way so it's all one piece. Now I can see the coil. And the coil stacks this high. The more efficient the refrigerator is, the more coil you're going to have, and there's no way that I could properly clean this from the front. If you have to, I mean, they do make the extension kits you can buy that has, enough reach to get back there with a little brush, and you can clean it. That's the best you can do. Do it that way. But if you can, get it this way. And what I've got is I found a nice thin brush from the hardware store. I fire up the central vac and start brushing the coils, following the brush and getting as much of the dust and dirt out as I can, and then I'll recheck it with my flashlight and do it again if I have to. Because of where I am, I can't get down in here and I can't bend down and look. I'm squeezed in here like a... I'm not as flexible as I used to be. Now look at that coil now. That's like brand new. And I didn't have to scrub it, just brush it and vacuum it a little bit. Now this refrigerator is now going to give me the most efficiency that it can. One thing I'm going to do before I put this back in operation is just take a quick check with the light underneath and make sure that I didn't disturb anything and that I don't have to vacuum anything else up. A couple quick tips on your refrigerator to keep it operating as energy efficient as you can. Set the refrigerator for around 36 degrees and set the freezer for around 0, maybe 5 below. If your refrigerator doesn't have digital settings that allow you to set the exact temperature, what you can do is get good digital or standard thermometers and put them in the freezer section and the refrigerator section about the mid area. You don't want to be up in the top or in the bottom. You want to be kind of in the mid, and check it for a couple days and turn the A, B, C, D dials up or down as needed to dial it in. And then once you get it right where it's running at 36 and 0 or a little below, you want the freezer to be at least 0. Then make a little mark so you know where they are, and you should be good to go. And you'll be operating as efficient as your refrigerator can. Now, as far as refrigerators go, if your refrigerator is more than a couple of years old, it's outdated. Their efficiency is jumping all the time. So if you have a unit that's 5 to 10 years old and it's giving you trouble, I wouldn't put any money into it. Just buy a new one. What it costs to fix them is way, it's just you're taking money and throwing it away. It's not going to be, chances are they might not be able to fix it, and the amount of money that it's spent. I personally don't believe in the extended warranties. I'd rather get the next model. I'd put instead of paying an extended warranty, put that money in an account for house appliances, and then when you need an appliance, you just buy the next most efficient model, rather than spending the money on trying to repair something that's 5 or 10 years old or even older. For TrueToEarth TV, I'm Gene. Have a great day.